Solving Equations, a paper slideshow by Mr. Giudicelli. In this paper slideshow, we are going to go through all the steps required to solve an equation. For the purposes of this video, we are going to use the equation 3 times the quantity of x plus 1 equals 6x minus 21. The first thing you're going to want to do in any equation is deal with any parentheses. This 3 is being multiplied onto this x plus 1. So I'm going to want to distribute this 3 onto the x and onto the 1. That means I'm going to want to multiply. 3 times x is going to give me 3x, and 3 times 1 is going to give me 3. Since I have nothing else to distribute on either side of the equation, I'm ready to move on. Once you've dealt with all the distributing required in an equation, the next step is going to be to get all of your variables onto one side. This means I'm going to want to get rid of the 3x's on the left, or I'm going to want to get rid of the 6x's on the right. In this case, I chose to get rid of the 6x's on the right. If I subtract 6x's on the right, 6x minus 6x is going to give me 0, which gets rid of all the x's on the right side. If I'm going to subtract 6x on the right, I must also subtract 6x on the left, because the golden rule of solving an equation is that what you do to one side of an equation, you must also do to the other side. 3x minus 6x gave me negative 3x, and now all of my variables are on one side of the equation. Now that all my variables are on one side of the equation, I can focus on isolating my variable to find my solution. This means I'm going to want to use inverse operations to get rid of all the things being operated on x. In this case, I have a negative 3 times x, and I have a 3 being added to x. You want to undo all addition and subtraction first, meaning that this plus 3 needs to be undone first. The opposite of addition is subtraction, so I'm going to need to do a subtract 3 on the left, and a subtract 3 on the right. 3 minus 3 gives me 0, which cancels those, and leaves me negative 21 minus 3, which is negative 24. The last thing I need to undo is the negative 3 being multiplied on x. The inverse operation of multiplication is division. So I'm going to want to divide by negative 3, because negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1, which is the number I want in front of my x. I want a 1x. Because I'm dividing by negative 3 on the left, I'm going to also want to divide by negative 3 on the right. Negative 24 divided by negative 3 is 8. This means that x equals 8 is my one solution. It's the one number that I can plug in to the original equation and have both sides be equal. This is what it means to be a solution. You can go back and verify that your answer is correct by doing this. I went back to my original equation, and where all of my x's were, I plugged in an 8. Instead of x plus 1, this is now 8 plus 1, and instead of 6 times x, this is x times 8. From here, all you have to do is follow the order of operations and solve each side of the equation. Here, I need to deal with the parentheses first, which means I do 8 plus 1, which gives me 9. 3 times 9 is 27. On the right, I'm going to want to deal with the multiplication first. 6 times 8 is 48, and then 48 minus 21 is also 27. Notice that both sides of my equation are equal. This is what it means to be a solution. X equals 8 is the solution because it's the one number that makes both sides of the equation equal. I hope this has been a helpful video, and I hope this helps you solve equations in the future. Thanks for watching.